let's talk about some big college signings. First one, NAU gets Aaron Sahlman, brother of Colin Sahlman, Newbury Park grad, posted on his Instagram. Just a great video with an axe. I'm just going to say it. He wielded an axe a lot, chopped some wood. It says it was edited by Lex Young. What do you think about this decision? You know, we get caught up in looking at where the Youngs go and where Colin Sahlman went. Aaron Sahlman's really good runner.
Yes.
And you never know how these athletes are going to develop when they get into college. So what do you think about the move?
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's run 4:01 in the mile, 8:48 for 3,200. This is all last year. He has some speed. It's on 1:48. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fun though to see when both Aaron and Colin are both at NAU, when the Youngs are at Stanford, and they race each other like their sophomore or junior years when they're both like in their prime in college. But I guess it makes sense. Like brothers, I think Colin was probably a good pitch for Aaron. He's like, hey man, I'm enjoying it here.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to do well for you. Look at Nico and Abdi Hamid's progression; they're doing well. So come here, and I think it's good for NAU. They needed to keep the pipeline coming of stars after stars after stars, because before you know it, Nico's going to go. He's going to turn pro. He's going to leave. Abdi Hamid left. Brody Hasty's like a fifth year. Like they're going to need to start resetting, led by now the Sahlman duo of Colin Sahlman and Aaron Sahlman next year.
Yeah, and then you have the two groups of brothers. They had the same high school coach too. You want to see how they match up going into college too. Like that's just sort of interesting too, to see how each program responds to the level of training they did, because we know they trained at a very high level. They're part of the greatest high school cross country team in history, and also just that level of talent. That level of talent is unprecedented on one team. So how does that play out when it goes up to the NCAA level? Oregon, I want to mention Oregon though too. Oregon got a big recruit too on the men's side, Simeon Birnbaum, who's a sub-4 miler out of South Dakota. He committed to the Ducks, and he's going to join Connor Burns, who also sub-4 high school runner from Missouri. So,
first of all, it's good, great. Oregon, they're not losing. Schumacher coming in is a good get for Schumacher's first year as trying to recruit these top guys to come to Oregon, because there was a time when people weren't going to Oregon. They were going, they were going over to the East Coast with Milt and Virginia, and the NAU, Stanford, all those places. So Oregon to get two really good milers first year is good for Schumacher to kind of replenish that system. But this is me. I'm calling myself out right now. I'm going to call myself out.
Do it.
All right. So you say I've only been following the sport for 10 years.
No, a decade.
A decade. Yeah, a decade.
That's my exact quote.
And I used to really keep up with all the new sub-4 milers in high school.
Yeah.
I don't remember when he broke 4.
Underclassmen. When did he break 4? It was late, wasn't it?
I guess so, but it's just showing that that now when a high schooler breaks 4, it's
June, Brooks PR invite.
Yeah, it's becoming kind of like a footnote, because it used to be a build up to oh my goodness, Lucas Verspikas just broke 4.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Grant Fisher just pulled it off. Drew Hunter. But now I'm just kind of sub-4 is the new, 405. And this is me really recognizing that everyone is breaking 4 now. We are way past the time of breaking 4 is a generational talent. Breaking 4 now is the best for that year.
That's what maybe the best for that year.
Yeah.
2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I said coming into this year we're going to see multiple.
That's true.
And I undershot the number. I think I said something like 3, and it ended up because Burns got it, Birnbaum. I'm not even going to remember all the names. Sahlman obviously got it as well too. The names just kept coming and coming. He did it at the age of 16. Which, according to the Mouth Split article, makes him the first 16-year-old in the U.S. to break 4.
That's impressive.
So okay, and 5 total did it in 2022 outdoor season. 5 in one season.
That's nuts. Including a 16-year-old.
Yeah, imagine
Is he the next Jakob?
Imagine that's when Webb ran 353 and broke the high school record. It's a little bit different, but the first barrier he had to hit was just sub-4. All the attention around him for that. Imagine four other guys doing that in the same year.
You can be anonymous in break 4. Yeah. It's crazy.
I bring it up not just because it's sub 4. I bring it up because he's a top recruit.
Yeah.
In addition to Burns, that means Oregon's getting 2 guys. We know what Stanford did. We're seeing what NAU is doing. Yes, go ahead.
These 2 Oregon guys, are they the next Tier Hawker? Are they going to be at that level, do you think?
Well, maybe.
I mean, that's a hard level to get to because Tier Hawker were like incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know. And Tier Hawker are obviously like they came in vaunted as well as these guys, but they probably had a little bit more on them just because there wasn't this deluge of like, here's a million people like breaking 4. A little bit different era. But I just interested in, was that the poll or was it training with Jerry and Shalane and Bowerman being there? And the same thing with NAU. NAU kind of know, okay, it's Mike Smith, but it also probably helps that Abdi Hamid's running well. Luis, he can point to all
Luis getting 4th at the World Championships.
Yeah. And then you go to, on the Stanford side of things, they've always recruited well, so it makes sense they would continue to get recruits with Lex and Leo. I just interesting to see these trends and where it develops.
It's really, Louis Grijalva beat Grant Fisher at the World Championships.
Yeah.
That's freaking wild.